Hi, and welcome to our Pixelz tutorial on how to view your images and inspect quality in these images on your completed Pixelz orders. This tutorial will show you how to utilize all the different aspects of functionality while doing so. We'll go ahead and start here in our email, letting us know that our images in order are completed and ready for download. We'll go ahead and start here with the link to click and log in to our Pixelz account. Here on our Pixelz account dashboard, we'll see that we have a completed order. Go ahead and click View to go into our Orders page. Here's where we're going to get into the different aspects of viewing and inspecting the image quality on your completed images within this order. First thing we'll start with is the thumbnail display view. So you can see here we have the small, medium, and large options. Please note that these options are just for the thumbnail display size. This does not affect, when you download the images, the final resolution or the final size of the file you download. You can see here we're selected on small. We change this to medium. The thumbnails will increase in size. So this is just for your viewing display. Next we have our ellipsis drop-down menu here. And you'll see under this we have sorting, helper guides, file names, and shortcuts. See here in sorting we have three options to sort your images. The one selected here is by image ID. This is assigned to the images in our Pixelz process during upload. You can sort by file name, which is the name of the file that you uploaded. You can also sort by product ID. You can only sort by product ID if you have this set up within your order and account. This is used to sort your images by specific products contained within your order. Next here we have our helper guides. You'll see here that we can add a vertical guide or a horizontal guide. Both of these are used to check the top and bottom and left and right alignment of the images contained within your order. So we'll add here a horizontal guide. You see you can drag this down to the top or the bottom, or you can add multiple guides here to make sure all your images have correct alignment. You can add multiple guides here to check top and bottom. Go here, add a vertical guide. If you wanted to check if you had rows of images here and wanted to check the left and right alignment. So you can add as many of these guides as you want to make sure everything is lined up as you wished within your specification. You can also use a square guide. And what the square guide lets you do is manipulate the square down to the size you need just to check sizing of the products, maybe to make sure that these products are similar in shape and size. So you can add as many of these as needed, as well as combine them with these vertical and horizontal guides. Once you're done checking alignment and checking shape, size, and consistency, you can go back in and clear all the guides out. Next in this drop-down menu, we have file names, and this is just to switch on and off the file name display under each image. And finally here we have the shortcuts options. Here's just information on the shortcut info. This lets you know what all of the keyboard shortcuts are for viewing your images. And here you'll see that we can click on and off for the display on shortcuts bar. What this is, if you select an image or set of images, it will come up at the top to let you know to hit spacebar for another viewing option or more shortcuts here. If you don't want this to come up when selecting images, simply uncheck this. The next drop-down menu we have here is for sorting. Right now I've selected all images. And since I only have images which are ready for download in this order, the ready for download option is the only other one we're seeing here. But if you have an order with images in different states, such as rejected, you would be able to use this to filter between them. This is really helpful with large orders. Moving on, we have our order options drop-down menu. So we will just be focusing in this tutorial on the before and after view option from this menu. This being the viewing image and inspecting quality tutorial. This will be the only pertinent option on this dropdown. Before and after view brings up a separate window in which you can scroll through the before and after images for your entire order. So you can see here all images contained in this completed order will contain the before and the finalized after image. And then to navigate back to your order viewing page, you can simply hit the back arrow on your browser to get back there. Now we're going to take a look at how to bring up a separate viewer display to take a look in more detail at individual images or a specific set of images that you select from your completed order. So to select images, simply click and you'll see here, reminds you to hit the space bar to bring up this alternate view. Also, if you want to select multiple images, say you need to select this image and then this first image, you can do so by selecting the first and then holding down Command or the Control button to select the second image. Or if you need to select all three of these, you just simply select one and go to the end and hold Shift to select all three. Once you do this and you hit the space bar, you will just be viewing the images you have selected and not your entire order. We hit spacebar, we'll bring up a screen that looks like this. To navigate through the different images you selected, just use your left and right cursor on your keyboard and you can scroll through the images you selected. Start here in the top left where you can select a different backdrop color. The default will be black, but you can also select from gray and white, maybe depending on where your images may be used and what that will look like. And moving across the top here, you'll see we have a button for high-res zoom. We can click this to zoom in high resolution on the one specific image we have pulled up. And to go back, just simply click close. And next to the high-res zoom button, you'll see we have a magnifying glass, which will be for a more slight zoom in and out on the image. Next to this, we have another way that you can view your images in before and after mode. As we showed earlier, you'll have your before image on the left and your finalized image here on the right. And with this, you can still toggle through all your selected images with your left and right cursor on your keyboard to scroll through all of these in the before and after viewing mode. And to go back, simply click on the icon again to bring you back to the original view. The icon here is to go into full screen mode and then just hit escape, or the icon once again to come back out of full screen. Then to close out this viewing method and to go back to your order page, you can simply hit escape or hit the X here to close back out to the order. Now let's cover your options for right-clicking on an individual image or a set of images. When you right-click here on an image, you'll see that some of the options here are the same as before on the order options, such as download, reject, or publish. But please note that the right click is only doing this for this one specific image or for the set of images that you click, as opposed to here on order options. This is going to download, remove, reject for the entire order. So we can do this just simply for one image and right click, or we can select one, select the whole row by holding Shift and clicking, or once again, we can select maybe just these two images by holding down Command or Control to select these two. So when you right click now, these options will be for these two images selected. If we want to go back into the viewing display that we just covered, you can hit view or simply hit spacebar, which will bring you back into that view. You have another slight zoom view here, then exit out. We can reject these images from right click as well. And moving down, you can see we have the option again for the before and after view. And then something new here that we haven't covered is the flip and rotate. So this is going to flip and rotate vertically or horizontally, or you can rotate either way. And you'll see here in the thumbnail display, the changes that we made in the orientation of the photo. Please do note that the changes made here will be reflected in the final image that you download to your computer. So make sure the orientation of all the photos are correct before hitting download. So we have the option here for download, and you can download these individual images or image sets in high resolution, which is the version created according to the settings on the spec you selected. This is also the one that will download as default when you click to download the entire order, or if you download from FTP. You can also download a low-res version here, which will give you a smaller file version. You can also download the original file image that was uploaded. If you have one of our connectors set up, you can use this option to publish your images direct to your storefront here. Next is the copy file name. All this does is simply copy the file name to your clipboard to be pasted somewhere else. And then finally, we have an option for delete to delete these selected images. So once you've used some of the tools we've touched on here in the video to inspect your finished images, your next step is either to download or reject your images. Hopefully the former as opposed to the latter. And of course, there's a huge download button over here, and it's pretty straightforward on how to download your images. But if you'd like more of an in-depth look at how to download and reject images, please check out our downloading via web video or our rejecting images tutorial video. We hope you found this tutorial helpful, and thanks again for watching.